Hello everyone, and I hope you all are doing very good. Today I'm going to teach you how to paint a SpongeBob Bikini Bottom painting. So grab your sketchbooks and let's get started. I will be using this square sketchbook from Menora Stationery, which is quite good for gouache and acrylics. Let's start by using a masking tape to cover the edges. Also create a separation in your sheet dividing into two halves. Keep the upper half a little bigger. I will be using these Fevikwik acrylics for our painting today. You can use gouache also. Here are the brushes which I am going to use. Let's start with the flat brush size 6. We are going to paint upper part first. Start with white and ultramarine blue. I will be mixing them to create a lighter blue shade. You can add white as needed. This white. And some blue. Now mix. Adding more white because we certainly gonna need more paint. I will be using a darker shade first, and then I will be adding white to make it lighter as I move upwards. Now adding the lighter color. Keep blending the colors please, so you don't have any harsh strokes visible. Moving upwards, as you can see that I am keep blending the colors. Adding white wherever necessary. Fill all the white spaces if there are visible any. Make sure you blend your paints well to hide all the harsh strokes visible. But don't smudge them too hard or you might tear out the pages. Blend well. Now the water is done and I'm going to remove the masking tape, and we will move on to the next part, which is painting the ground. I will be using a cream shade. You can use white and a very little amount of this burnt sienna. Not very big amount, just a little, a hint or a drop maybe. Now mix well. Painting the ground. The ground is done and we should move to the next part, which is painting the jelly mountains. For jelly mountains, I will be using a mauve kind of shade. If you guys don't have mauve, you can mix it using crimson and ultramarine blue in equal parts. You can add white also if you need. Let's start the mountains. You can paint the mountains in any shape you want. Okay. There's no foundation to that. Make sure the texture of your paint is quite thick. Do not use too much water on your paints. I will be giving them 2 canopies. Let's paint one on the left side too. I just remembered how these mountains are actually in the picture. So let's see if I can improvise them a little bit. And here we go. Now let's give our jelly mountains a little bit of highlight. For that I will be using a little lighter shade than earlier. Okay, just add white to the earlier shade and we will paint on the top of the mountains. You can use even lighter shade to create more highlights. Adding highlights give your elements a little bit of a 3D look and it doesn't really hurt much. Now next is to work on the sand, and watch me figure out how to create the exact shade which I have in my mind. And I think I finally got it. So basically I used burnt sienna and green with a little bit of white, and I will be spraying this paint on the sand area. You can use toothbrush or you can use your paintbrush only for the process. Cover the upper part of your painting and let's spray some of this paint on the sand area. Now the next thing I did is paint a rock on the bottom right corner. I used a dark gray shade and I will be adding highlights just like we did with the mountains. Let's add one more small rock over the left. Now let's paint some jellyfishes. For that I used pink color or you can even use crimson with white. Adding highlights again. Now let's add some green plants to the painting. You can try with different colors and different types of marine plants to paint. I will be painting just some wavy grass over here. Next, I'm giving some texture to the rock just like we did with the sand. I will be using a light gray color for the texture thing. I used a very thin paintbrush to make small dots over the rocks. Next is to give them a little bit of outlines, adding white to the mauve and giving the outline, and I will be doing the same thing with the other elements. Using light gray to outline the rock. And a darker shade to outline the sand. Let's add one more plant here. Now I will be making one of those flower thingy at the water. I will be using a light green color for the first one. You can use any color but make sure that it goes in contrast with the blue. Making another with a pink shade. And another with yellow. Can I tell how am I loving the way this painting is turning out? But hey, wait, we have one more thing to do. That is to add bubbles. If you don't know how to make a bubble, just paint a small circle and make a curved line on the inside towards edge. You can add as many bubbles as you want, but don't make them too crowded. And that's it, the painting's done. And it's time for a satisfying tape peel. Remove your tape very carefully, or you might ruin the edges. While you're removing the tape, make sure that you always peel it in an outward direction. That way you can really protect your edges from being ruined. So this is the final look of the painting. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys to have a closer look. So that's all for today. Thank you everyone for watching the video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Take care. Goodbye.